Hello and welcome to Reggie's Recess, where you get real talk about real relationships. Of course, I am your host, Reggie Rogers, renowned relationship coach, author, television host, radio host, podcast host, and I've got I consider myself a singles empowerment coach. Now, when I say singles empowerment coach, my objective is to literally teach singles or empower singles what it means to become the one so that they attract. You know, breaking up really is so hard. Breakups are never easy for anyone. And so this month, we're going to be talking about It's Over, I'm Sick. So that was the thing that drew me to you, and I wanted to get some advice, some wisdom from you in regards to this dating process.
Yes.
I want to talk about it. Hello and welcome to Reggie's Recess, where you get real talk about real relationships. Of course, I am your host, Reggie Rogers, relationship coach, number one relationship coach, podcast host, television host, and radio host. I give you dating from an expanded conscious perspective. I do my best every week to provide you with some of the country's, the world's best guests and the most provocative topics. And so today I've got a great guest lined up for you. I said the world's best. And so we found, or we had to dig high, we had to search high and low. But we found someone that's going to be our guest today. And so, this month we're talking about something that's going to be probably near and dear to both of our hearts, as you see, as we start the show and as we begin to talk and have this dialogue. She and I is probably near and dear to both of our hearts because we've been talking about a badass woman. So we've been talking about this woman who was confident, this woman who was competent, this woman who is comfortable in her skin. And a badass woman is strong. She's confident. She's a bold woman who knows her own mind. She is sexy. She is funny. She does what she wants. And she doesn't need anyone's approval because she is comfortable in her skin. And so we're going to be talking about confident, competent, and comfortable in your skin. And all of this equates to sexy, classy, and badassy. And that's what we've been talking about this month. And so my guest today will be Kim Singh. That's my guest. That's her right there. That's my guest today. And we're going to have that conversation because to me, she is the epitome of sexy, classy, and badassy. So when we come back, my guest will be with me, Miss Sexy, Classy, Badassy herself, Kim Singh. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
I am Ernest L. Thomas from the Waldens, and you need to download the Win Network app now, or else it's gonna be tragic. Tragic!
Yes, and if you have not downloaded the Win Network, you need to do so you can catch us every day. We're going to start going on the Win Network every day. Well, we're already on the Win Network at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. So a lot of what you see us doing on Facebook Live, we're going to probably start to shrink back a lot more. So if you want to catch our shows in the future, you got to catch our shows on the Win Network. So download the Win Network by going to www.winnetwork.com. That's the winnetwork.com. Download it. You're able to see so many great programs there. They have a lot of great programming. But ours is there Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So guess what? I got Miss Sexy, Miss Classy, Miss Badassy herself. So I don't know if I should call her sexy, classy, badassy. Should I call her Scabba? I don't know. What should I? Kim Sing? What's happening? How are you?
Oh my God, I'm great. Thank you. Thanks for having me back. Let's go with Scaba. That's our acronym. So that's what I'm
Scabbers.
going to be known as, Scaba.
Sexy. For those of you that doesn't know what Scabba means, it's sexy, it's classy, and badassy. So I have Miss Scabba herself. Hey Kim, I want to ask you. So as we progress in the show, we're gonna see there's this. We're doing this really, really interesting. We've come up with this interesting concept for women of Nevada. It's a very
Okay.
interesting concept. We're going to talk about it as we progress in the show. But of course, we're looking for 12 powerhouse Nevada ladies to represent Nevada to be in this 2022 calendar called
Mm-hmm.
Sexy, Classy, and Badassy, which represents all shapes, all sizes, all colors. So that doesn't leave anybody out, as long as they're
Mm-hmm.
between the ages of 35 and 65. So when I say to you, a confident woman, what does a confident woman look like to you?
A confident woman is a state of mind. It comes from all shape, like you said, all sizes, regardless of how you're being viewed by others. It's that thoughtfulness of the person that comes from within. It's about being strong, have that inner strength, have bold, and I mean bold standards. And you need to have that fire, that gracefulness, the rhythm of the walk, and the sparkle in your eyes. That is sexy. It's not what you wear, it's not how you sound. It's about having that bold gracefulness in you.
I don't even know where we can go from there because I mean, you just set the. I'm only on confident right now. I didn't even get the competence. You just like set this. You raised that bar so high. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
if that's what confidence looks like to you, then
Mm-hmm.
what does competence look like to you?
Competence is real hardcore elegance. It's in your mind. If you got that, the rest is irrelevant. It's the eleganceness of the sexiness that makes you classy. It's the curriculum of yourself being extremely positive, doing all the right things at the right time as best as you possibly can. It's the competent piece of sexy that gives you the shining light that brings out that elegance in you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is why she is the face of sexy, classy, badassy, and that's why she is Miss Scabba because she has slept on this. She is the key essence, the true key essence of the definition of what we are talking about. So she's raised the bar for confidence. She's raised the bar for competence. I'm getting ready to sit back and watch her go. So Kim, what's badassy then?
So, badassy is taking sexy, some of the characteristics or of the elements of sexy and classy, and make it badassy in the most authentic way. Don't get caught up in being cocky, because that's when people's perception of you is totally going to change. So you want to take some of the element or characteristics of sexy, classy, and make it badassy. You know what? It really takes a special kind of confidence, grace, strength, spirit, intelligence, and mostly fearlessness and nerve to be badassy. Because too often we get to the point of want to be badassy and then you draw back because fear takes over. When
Yeah.
you're ready to be badassy and you know you're sexy and you know you're confident and you can amalgamate those two and you can be fearless in your thinking, the way you carry yourself, your authenticity self of what you're about to do or say, badassy kick in because you own the stage. You own what it takes to be badassy. You have that
Wow.
relentless and resilience in you. You have that unwavering passion that you're going to go pursue whatever it's there. And I'm not afraid of who's going to close the door on me because I'm coming in like a bull in a china shop.
Wow. So confident, you raise the bar. Competent, you raise the bar. And badassy. So badassy is being very comfortable in your skin, right? Because confident
Yes.
and confidence, I'm sorry, confident, competent, and comfortable in your skin equates to that bad assy, being very comfortable in your
Mm-hmm,
skin. So to me, when somebody is comfortable in their skin, Kim, they're comfortable with themselves. They
mm-hmm,
really like themselves. And it's
mm-hmm,
okay to like yourself. And in fact, it's okay to really, really love yourself
mm-hmm,
because once you love you, then somebody else can love you. But if you don't love you, it's going to be hard for somebody else to love you. And if you don't
mm-hmm,
like you, it's going to be really hard for somebody to like
mm-hmm.
you. And I said all that to say because I want to set the tone for when we come back. I'm going to take a break here, but when we come back, I want to ask you this question. I want to let it marinate a little bit. And you use this word, Kim, that I love. You said when you merge the two, they amalgamate. Good word, Kim. I love it. Amalgamation. That's what I'm talking about. So when we come back, I want to ask you this question. The question is, we got a chat over here, Kim, from hello, YouTube, Maria Madaros. What's up, Maria? How are you? Um, when we come back, I want to ask you: is there a difference between cocky and badassy? When we come
Okay.
back, that's what I want. I
Oh,
want to. I want to let that sit right there. Is there a difference between cocky and badassy? We're gonna take a break. We're gonna listen to this song and come right back. One, two, three.
Keep the picture. This could be me and you. Pull out your feelings. I know you want it too. Cause I got the feeling all in my bones. You're waking up the monkey with the gorilla trying to get you to moan. You look so good all by yourself. The way I see it, I think you're gonna need some help. And then we pop, go, the weasel goes, the weasel go pop. We can go pop. We can go pop. Let me love you like you need to be loved. Love you like you need to be loved. Like you need to be loved, baby. Love you like you need to be loved. Baby, baby.
Hey, we are back. And if you're just joining us, I've got Miss Scabba herself, Miss Sexy, Classy, and Badassy. She's with me. And that song right there, that was Mike Lane. Some of you guys may remember Mike, very popular group back in the 80s. They had a hit song called Instant Replay. The group was called Michael Wave. That was Michael Lane there from Michael Wave. And so Mike is still doing this thing. He's a good friend of mine. And so Mike is out there still doing this thing. And some of you may remember some of his latest stuff. I don't know if you guys, the hip hop crowd that know this song, Teach Me How to Dougie. That's Mike. Mike produced Teach Me How to Dougie, very popular song. So, Kim, I gave you some time to think about the difference between being cocky and being badassy. Is there a difference?
There is a huge difference.
Okay,
When
talk
you're
to me.
badassy, you have the elements of sexy and classy in you. So you're ready to march on that fearless journey, being resilient to anything that's in your path. And you have the almighty confidence and fabulousness to be badassy. You're going there to make a statement because you own it. When you come to cockiness, you're on the other side of the fence. That's where you want to be. You want to be confident. You want to be fabulous. You want to be classy. But only in a point of time you will be that, because it's going to eventually fade away because you're trying way too hard to gravitate to something that's so not you. You need to jump back over the right side of the fence and try to be sexy, get in to be classy, and then figure out if that's your lane, and then jump onto the badassy bandwagon and say, yes, I am now sexy, I am classy, and I'm badassy, and I'm confident about it. I'm not cocky about it. We get mistaken for confidence versus cocky.
Well, I love it. Okay, so let me ask you this. I know that this sex and this is what I see, Kim. I'm just tell you what I see. It's going to take a little while, I see, but I see you being on television shows all over the networks talking about this concept that you have, sexy, classy, and badassy. I really do. You are the perfect face for it. You epitomize sexy, classy, and badassy. And I see you on shows talking and telling what the vision is so that people, because it's going to I just think it's going to take off. It's going to be huge. It's probably going to be bigger than you could probably ever imagine or think. So when this concept came to you, what did you think about it? And how did let's talk about how it developed. I'm curious how it, because we're working together on this.
Mm-hmm.
But when the concept was given to you, what were some of the things in your mind as it began to develop as we went through this process?
That famous word, the process. There's a story behind that. So I guess we'll have to have another talk show about it.
The process, yes.
The process. I think when you approached me with the idea, I was like, oh my God, this is so me. Because I've really worked extremely hard to be where I am. Nothing, absolutely nothing was given to me. And as a woman of color, you have to work harder than a lot. And I say that with the utmost respect. My journey to where I am wasn't a walk in the park. So when you approach me with this topic of sexy, classy, badassy, let's figure out what's our best way to do it. It resonates with me because it's who I am. I had to do a lot of self-adjustment, self-assessment, back to school, shadowing, coaching, mentoring to get to that confidence piece, because I always used to use the I am not worthy of where I need to be. And by understanding my worthiness, I started to become confident and started to become competent and started to say, I am comfortable in my skin. Why not me? So when you approach me with this project, for me, it hit home. And it's something that I'm so passionate about. And, our mission statement, our vision, and our purpose all ties into you and I, our background of where we came from, where we are today, where we want to go, and how do we want to empower people.
Yeah, it does. It's really all about empowering people because I think there's been some misconceptions and misnomers as it relates to people thinking they had to have the largest chest or the best body, or the most beautiful face. There are calendars that will represent the boobs, the body, and the face, but this calendar was not about the boobs, the body, and the face. It was
Nope.
about people owning who they are. I remember you kept using a word in our early stages of processing this, developing this. You kept using this word. You kept saying own it, own it.
Yes.
That was like your word. I remember you kept saying a person has to own it, you know and it's true. You just have to and that own it to me is reflective of being comfortable in their skin. They own who
Yes.
they are.
Yep.
They don't they're not trying to be something they're not. They love who they are and they enjoy being in their own skin.
And you know what? I couldn't agree more. When we try to be something other than who we aren't or are, we get lost. We start going through this whole rabbit hole trying to really find our tail. But if you own your sexiness, you own your confident, you own your badassy, you own you being sassy or classy, it's you. That's why I go back. You have to own who you are and try not to be someone else. Try not to be something else. You have to recognize every morning that you wake up, this is me. This is what I bring to the table. This is how I'm going to evolve from what I was yesterday to be a better version of me today. Hence, I love our purpose. Our purpose at Sexy, Classy, and Badassy is to provide that platform. It's the platform that allows to be sexy, to be classy, to be badassy. I'm not looking for Skinny Jane. Nothing is wrong with Skinny Jane. I am looking for that person who owns herself. I'm
Yeah.
not looking for the flamboyant early age. I'm looking for the maturity of the person, their thought, the way they approach life, and all about them as an individual.
So now the attributes, which those of you that are listening today are watching us on Facebook. Thank you so very much. Those of you who are watching us on Facebook Live, we certainly appreciate that. There will be those of that listen to us tonight on 87.9 Heat FM in Charlotte. Thank you for being a avid listener every week. Those of you tune in every week in Charlotte, we certainly appreciate it. Now, I know some of you in Charlotte may be saying, wow, this is only for women of Nevada. Well, you probably know some women in Nevada, so let them know. Call cousins, friends, aunties. You got some friends, you got people in Nevada, So call them and let them know that they can be a part of the sexy, classy, badassy. So those of you in Charlotte, but don't feel left out because we taking this national at some point. So right now we're in Nevada. It's kind of like we're doing a test run in Nevada, but we're going to take this national. That's why I'm telling you, I see Kim being on so many national platforms, television and radio and all this, talking about this, because once this thing takes off, Kim, you're going to be a great face for this platform. I mean, like, really, you're going to represent it well. Like when you were speaking early on about the confidence, the competence, the being comfortable in your skin, your passion was just coming out. Like you could really see you were owning it. You were becoming it. Your passion was coming out as you were talking about this platform and our vision.
Yeah.
So I just want you to know, like, I'm honored to be working with you as this thing develops and as it matures and as it begins to grow and become this. Just, when you get way up there, Kim, don't forget me. Always know, always, always remember, I'm here. Just every now and then say hi, say hello or something, because because
This is our
you're really gonna
project.
blow up, Kim. You're really gonna blow up. I'm telling you, you really are. Because it's women need this, especially women who feel like they don't ever get an opportunity to do
Yeah.
something like a calendar, because
Hmm.
sometimes they say my weight. Well, listen, it's not, we don't care about the weight. What we do care about is you being confident, you being competent, you being comfortable in being you. And as Kim says, you owning it, owning who you are.
Yes.
So these are the attributes, Kim, that you're looking
Hmm.
for. Now the criteria. Let's talk about the criteria. What are we asking them to do in order to register to be a part? What are we asking them to do?
If you feel that you are sexy, you're classy, you're badassy, based on what we've talked about before, the sky is the limit. You go on to our website, which is sexyclassyandbadassy.com. There is a form, one single form that you need to fill out. Attach 3 pictures, the max we're asking, because I would like to see different personality. Hit submit. That comes to us. We evaluate to the end of October. The final 12 will be selected and be the face or the voice of the month of 2022 calendar. And then we'll have the public select one of the 12 women to be on the 2023 cover. This is an initiative that's very, very dear to me. It's not just my project, Reggie. This is your baby. I am just helping you execute
No, no,
this
no.
baby.
It's your baby. I'm just working with you.
Okay, fine, it's my baby, but it's more than just my baby. I am all about empowerment and inspiring. I've always been part of who I am. I'm a big believer of coaching and mentoring people, and like we said earlier, this is not just a limitation. You have our 3 characters, then fine, we will be able to fit you in. Just go online, register, understand our company's mission is extremely, extremely important. It is to empower and inspire through the art of possibility. Through the art of possibility, the sky is the limit.
And the flyer is up now, looking for 12 powerhouse Nevada ladies, all shapes, all sizes, all colors. Are you sexy? Are you confident? Are you classy? Are you competent? Are you badassy? Are you comfortable in your own skin? Ladies, 35 to 65, 2022 calendar. Registration is just 49.99. That's it, 49.99. And we're going to pick the top 12 Nevada ladies. You can be a part of history in the making. Register. This thing launched August 20th. We're going to go until October 22nd. So go to Sexy, Classy, and Badassy.com. So there we have no parts missing. We want you. And so, Kim, our thing is, do you have what it takes? That's what we're asking you, ladies.
Yes.
Do you have what it takes? We know you do.
Mhm,
Sometimes you just need to be pushed a little bit. So here we're
mhm.
pushing you just a little bit because we already know you have what it takes. So go register today. Sexy, classy, and bad assy. So Kim, I want to know from you, when we say this word scabba, there has to be a myriad of things that run through your mind in regards, because that's a great acronym, by the way. It's really a great acronym. And that whole piece of bringing it all together, sexy, classy, and badassy. I'm sure in your mind you've already seen these 12. You'll just, is there something you, when you see that picture, you're just gonna be like, that's it.
I'm
She's it.
very, yes. You know what? I think you go with intuition, right? Your gut never ever fails you.
Yeah.
I'm very good at reading people, either just by a picture or by your body language or the way you carry yourself for conversation. And I will be having conversation with these women. But a picture speaks 1,000 words. It tells you exactly if that was done out of, someone just pushing me to do it, or I'm so bold, I'm fearless, I'm doing this because I want to be part and parcel of it. The moment you wake up in the morning and say, you know what, this is a venture, it's first in history, it's never happened before, age 35 to 65, any shape, any color, any size, just make sure you fit our company's mission, our vision, and our core value. All I need from you is you need to be able to represent. Once we put you on that calendar, our core value is extremely near and dear to your father. It is near
Yeah.
and dear to you. It is near and dear to me. Our core value is integrity, character, and excellence. And that should be in every single person's vocabulary, regardless of your sex, because life rolls through integrity. It is processed through your character and is derived from your excellence. Hence, our value, it's integrity, character, and excellence. I want that woman to not just say, I want to be a face of the calendar, but truly tap into your inner self and say, I have what their core value. I can resonate with their core value. I want to be part and parcel of their purpose.
I love it. That acronym. Listen, put some ice on everything. ICE,
Yes.
integrity, character, and excellence. Make sure you put ice on everything. Uh Kim, you have this has been great because I wanted to get you on the first week to talk about this, but nevertheless I got you now. And because those of you who are contemplating, I've had people that
Mhm.
have DM me and said, I'm contemplating or I'm waiting. What are you waiting for? You need to go
Yes.
ahead on and
Mhm.
register. And maybe you've been contemplating because you're trying to determine or decipher whether you have what it takes. Listen, Kim could not have been any more plainer today as it related to the mission statement, the vision, and our
Mhm.
core values. She painted the picture perfectly of a woman who's confident, who's competent, and a woman who's comfortable in their skin. So, all shapes, all sizes, all colors, ages 35 to 65. Register today. It's just $49.99 one-time registration fee. And our ultimate goal for those 12 is to put those 12 in a competition for the public to determine who's their favorite out of the 12, and who's ever picked out of those 12 will be on the cover of 2023. It's going to be a lot of fun, and
It
you can
is
be a
going
part of
to.
history. You can be a part of
Yes.
history. So we want you
You
to do that. Go ahead, Kim. What were you going to say?
this is your opportunity. Like, we all want that opportunity and we keep wishing for that opportunity to come. It is here. You have it. You know you have what it takes to be part of this. You know you have what it takes to be the face of a month, right? You're representing you as sexy, classy, and badassy. Our vision, and I have to touch on this because it's very powerful. Our vision is to empower and enable the journey of creating the confidence to be sexy. So we're enabled to be that. You have that tenacity. Tap into it. Lean the hell in. Be bold and go and register. Sorry, I beeped out.
The tenacity. Gotta have that tenacity. Hey Kim, I have started a new segment on my show, and this is gonna be a lot of fun with you. I've started a
Oh
new
dear.
segment on my show, and it's called Reggie's Relationship Recipe.
Oh dear Lord.
And so what the concept for Reggie's Relationship Recipe is for me to create a recipe based off of a problem or a concern or a question that I get in regards to relationships. So I want to ask you, Kim, ask me any question you want about relationships, dating relationships. Ask me any question you want. And let's see if we can come up with a Reggie's relationship recipe
Okay.
for that question.
Oh boy, I have so many. I don't know where to
Okay. No,
start.
you can ask me a
Okay,
couple. You can ask me a couple. Let's
okay.
go for it.
So I am very much out there. I'm single, so I have gone through the meat grinder of trying to locate Mr. Right. To this day, I am still struggling. So what I want to ask you, and be honest, and I know I can trust you.
Okay.
You're like my buddy. Um, When a man looks at a woman that's beautiful, or let's go back to my company, sexy, classy, and badassy, what does he see that the first initial look at that woman?
Okay, I want to start off with how I want to start off how you orchestrated the question and set the question up. Um, two things you said. I'm still struggling with this, so I want to start there. Um, that word struggle creates a struggle
Oh dear.
because when you use that word creates what you say it is. So if you don't say it's a struggle, it won't be a struggle. Let's start there. So you're not struggling with this, you're just having some temporary challenges getting through this. But temporary challenges makes the subconscious thinks that it is exactly what you said. It's
Mm-hmm.
temporary, which means it's not going to be but for a moment. You see how you
Okay.
change the narrative, so you talk to yourself, you speak it to yourself. So we'll change the orchestration of the question so that now
Okay.
it's not a struggle.
Okay.
Secondly, the orchestration of your question said that you're still looking. Well, we're going to change that too because you shouldn't be actually trying to find him. He should be trying to find you. You're the prize.
Okay.
You're the prize.
Okay.
Now that's going to open the door for the answer to your question because you are the prize. So men by nature, we are warriors.
Mm.
That's in us. That's in our DNA. We are warriors. We are hunters. We do that. Women by nature are what I call glory producers. Or a better word for that would be a cheerleader. That's what you guys are because you guys are natural born nurturers. It's in your DNA. That's why you have motherly instincts, motherly skills because you guys are natural born nurturers. So, when a man sees, we're visual. We have these visions in our mind of what we believe she is supposed to look like. And so some of our vision has been skewed and tainted because of the vision that we get on TV that is supposed to be like this. But
Mm-hmm.
now here's the crux of your answer. A real man's vision is not skewed. A real man's vision is like laser focused, and what he sees in you, he sees through you. That's a real man. Yeah, you might have the boobs. Yes, you might have the body. Yes, you may have all those attributes. But really, that's a good thing to have. But we need to see through that to see what's inside of that. Now, the question for you, because when he finds you, you need to determine, because remember, I said he's got to find you. So the question for you is you need to determine, is it just about my body, or can he go beyond the superficial to really get to the sustenance? What's the content? What's on the inside? Has he tapped into what's on the inside, or is this just what's on the outside? Because that's going to play out after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because the next time he finds somebody else who is aesthetically pleasing to his eye,
Mm-hmm.
then his attention is going to drift to the other person but when he can get through you to get to you, then
Mm-hmm.
that's how you determine if you got a good one.
Wow, that's a lot of information there for me to process. I think, I mean, you're right. I think for that person to see the wholesome you, they have to get past that superficial vision of you. It's nice to have. It is a nice to have.
It's a
It is
beautiful
the
thing to have, absolutely. Because when you can get that whole package and you got all of that, plus you got sustenance and substance,
yes.
it's a, that's a complete. But that's a rare find, Kim. That's a rare gem. That's a rare find. So when you got these women that have that, and I joke with you, rare find, rare gem. That's why you cannot just allow yourself to get entangled with any and everybody. You can't just be entangled with just you can't your mindset cannot drift into compromising. Your mindset cannot drift into just settling. You
Mm-hmm.
got to be very, very sure that this person is the right connection. If it's just compromising and settling, okay, you could just have some fun, but be
Hmm.
for real, but keep it real to yourself, because to thine own self, you got to be true.
For sure. You have to. And I think you are so right. The moment you start deviating from your lane, you lose the whole essence of what you're trying to accomplish. I'm not going out there and try to hunt every lion, to see which one is my right my right target here. I think it's just mindset, um, of how you can get quickly misread when someone truly doesn't know you, and that first impression of the alpha female gets suddenly blur their vision, and then they shy away like a little rabbit.
I agree. I agree. Your aura, your aura. They use that word in Kundalini when they talk
Yes.
about yoga and
Mm-hmm.
chakras and all that. That word
Mm-hmm.
aura is a huge word. It's the
Mm-hmm.
presence. It's what exudes out of a person. It's
Mm-hmm.
how do you present yourself? It's your presence. And
Mm-hmm.
some women just have a natural innate ability to present themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It can come across very confident. That's that badassy we're talking about. It can
Mm-hmm.
come across very competent, and then it can come across very comfortable. But some men can mistake that,
Mm-hmm.
as you were just saying, for being cocky,
Mm-hmm.
for being conceited,
Mm-hmm.
and some can even mistake it for being arrogant. And
Yes.
it's none of the above, because they don't know you, but they're afraid
Mm-hmm.
to get to know you because they're afraid of what they sense that they think they see, and it could be all wrong.
Yes. So thank you very much for that. I'm going to stop hunting and wait for the hunter to come look for me.
I love it.
But
You said you had a couple. What was the other? Was that it?
no, I do have another question. I
Okay.
find and again, this is just true observation.
Okay.
When you sit across, and I've had this done to myself and some of my friends, so I've gone through making sure it is just not me, that I can be the problem child here. But I find when you sit across someone and they've already have that vision of who they think you are based on how you look, and not seeing through you, like you mentioned, that whole vision of you just got tainted with something else. So now you're sitting across that person trying to have a conversation. Your conversation now becomes very educational, very knowledgeable, and you starting to become this person with a brain. And that end up shocking the hell, I can use hell, right? I shocking
Yeah.
the hell out of some people, because now they look at you, hang on, she has all the boxes here checked from an appearance. Now she's coming in with the other boxes checked from an intellect point. What do I do with this thing now? Do I run? Do I try to figure out how to respond? Should I react versus respond? So if you get I get caught up in situation like that, where I guess the impression I gave was, you're good looking and you all that, but there's nothing up here. And those people who know me know there's a lot of stuff up there. But so I wanted to make sure that I am not over presenting myself, because I am very confident in my conversation. I am very knowledgeable in a lot of topics. So I try to make my conversation very interested, and so that at least I can pull out what is meaningful for me to have date number two with this person. But I find sometimes I would get a response of and it's just not me, my friends would say, it's because you are a little bit too much for me, you're way too confident for me, and those little things that kind of make you wonder, why can't I be sexy, why can't I be classy, why can't I be badass, because that's who I am. And being able to reach that person who will be able to accept those qualities of me as not just an external vision of me, what is an external and an internal, which makes me wholesome.
And so my answer to you is, whenever you find yourself having to shrink back, that's the wrong scenario for you to be in. You should never have to shrink back as it relates to who you authentically are.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have to shrink back in regards to who you are authentically, then you cannot continue to stay that person because that's not who you really are. And you're going to find yourself being someone you're not because you have shrunk back to please someone. And
Mhm.
so you would just, at some point, you're going to get to a point where you're just like, oh, I really just want to be me, but I can't because I have to shrink back to please this person.
Mhm.
Well, if you're with somebody that you have to shrink back to please, then you're probably not in the right situation, right scenario. Because
Mhm.
one of the things that I always tell people is be your true, authentic
Authentic self.
self.
Yeah.
Be your true, authentic self. Let that person know who you are in the meet and greet stage. So
Yes.
they can determine if they want to continue on because you're not giving them somebody you're not. And then you're going to end up showing them somebody you really are down the road. And they're not going to really like
Mhm.
the person who you really are because that's not who's. So be your authentic self. That is so important. And Kim, never shrink back. Enjoy being you. Here's my Reggie's recipe. I done put it all together. You ready? Got it all
Yes.
together. Okay.
Yes.
First ingredient, number one, just be yourself. That's first ingredient. Tap into what feels right for you. That isn't about what others are telling you you need. Know yourself. Ingredient number one. Ingredient number two, develop the qualities you want in someone else in yourself. So become what you want and possess the character traits that you desire. I probably should say that one again, Kim, because I see that look on your face. Become what you want and possess the character traits that you desire. So when you become it, it will come to you. So first ingredient, just be yourself. Second ingredient in this recipe is develop the qualities you want in someone else, in yourself. So don't look for somebody else to be what you want, then you be what you want and then it will come to you. Last ingredient is live your life more fully. Just enjoy,
Yes.
learn to accept and love yourself fully. And this in return will allow you to be loved more fully. Enjoy being you, be comfortable in your skin. Just live your life and be the best you can be. Now, Kim, I normally charge for this stuff. You just got it all free. You just got it all free.
That's the generosity in you. They're all about giving. It's about giving. It's part of our core value, right? So
Exactly.
you're tying back here. You're giving back to society. That's a recipe. I'm sure a lot of women out there are taking pens and papers and writing it all down, right? You have to be true to yourself. You have to be able to say, hey, this is so not going to work because you're asking me to step back from who I am. You're asking me to be a different person of who I truly believe I am. I don't want you to complete me. Hell no. I want you to compliment me. And if you're not in the position to compliment me and you don't have the capacity to compliment me, it's time to say goodbye because you will continue have to deviate from the plan one or plan A, which is you, and which is really tainting your personality. So thank you for reassuring me I am doing the right thing.
Love it. Love it. Listen, if you guys want more information, you can go to www.creggierogers, www.creggierogers.com. It's right there on the screen. If you want to get me as your coach, listen, I have a page there. Just tap on the link that says Coaching 101. I've got a guide there. I've got a 21-day challenge for you ladies. It's a guide with book. It comes with the book and a guide. It's a 21-day challenge for you ladies. And so some of you women always ask, why do I keep picking the same man over and over, just dressed differently? Oh, well, there's a reason. And I have a book that strips all the layers, takes you all the way back so that you can figure out why you keep picking the same guy. And so you want to get that 21-day challenge. Go to www.creggierogers.com. There you can get that. We'll be right back, Kim. We're going to do a sponsorship break, and we will be right back after this sponsorship break.
Okay.
Hello. Thank you for watching and being a friend to Reggie's Recess. We're on a mission. Our goal is to empower 1 million women. It costs a great deal of money to keep this mission moving forward. We have created a wonderful opportunity for our viewers and friends to align themselves with us so that we can achieve this goal. Please consider making a conscious decision to be a supporter and sponsor. We have 3 levels. Silver at $100. You'll receive a C. Reggie Rogers signature one-man woman t-shirt. Gold at $250. You'll receive a C. Reggie Rogers signature one-man woman t-shirt and baseball hat. Platinum at $500. You'll receive a one-man woman baseball hat, t-shirt, a C. Reggie Rogers book, and workbook entitled Love at First Spirit. For your gift to the show and C. Reggie Rogers' #1 relationship coach, you get a piece of the One Man Woman Tour memorabilia. Go to www.creggierogers.com, click on the link Sponsorship or Cash App, $CLOYDRODGERS. If you like our merchandise, you can actually order your t-shirts, hats, and books. Go to www.onemanwoman.com.
All right. Hey, if you want to be a sponsor, there it is. Go to creggierogers.com. Click on the link that says sponsorship. We'd love to have you as a sponsor. And if you just want to get some of our merchandise, you can click on One Man Woman, WONMAN, One Man Woman like you won, onemanwoman.com. Get our merchandise. Ladies, you look great in those One Man Woman t-shirts. Get the t-shirts, get the hats, get the tank tops, get the hats. And you can do that just by going to onemanwoman.com. I think we lost Kim. I think she fell off. But we're coming to the end of the show anyway. We're coming to a close. And I just want to send some shout outs. I need to send a shout out to Action Shot Productions, our producer, Steven Sebo. He does a great job every week of making sure that our picture is clear, that you hear us very clearly, that you see us and hear us both very clearly. So we want to send out a shout out to Action Shot Productions, and this is another Action Shot Productions. If you need videos, if you need documentaries, if you want a movie shot, whatever it is that has to do with some type of cinematography and camera work, make sure you look up Action Shot Productions, look up Steven Sebo. I'm biased, so I feel he's the best in the business. I'm biased. We've been working together, I think close almost 2 years now. So I'm very biased. And so he does a great, great job. That's Action Shot Productions. Make sure you look him up. And we are now, too, if you want to see it, listen, you can tune into the Worldwide Jazz Radio. Check us on Worldwide Jazz Radio. I am on there Monday through Friday, starting every morning at 6 a.m. to 12 noon with Langston Carter. I am on the Langston Carter Show. You'll get a Reggie's Recess. One thing you will also get is all jazz all the time on the Worldwide Jazz Network. All jazz all the time. Tune in to Worldwide Jazz Radio. I'm on every morning, 6 a.m. to 12 noon on the morning show with Langston Carter. So you've got several platforms you can listen to Reggie's Recess on. We try to give something for everybody. I see I got Kim back. Kim, you back?
Yes, I got total power outage here for a second, so everything went down. So I'm back on the computer. Hope you can see me.
We see you and we hear you, and we were giving shout outs. Kim, it's been so fun having you on the show.
Thank you.
Hopefully people understand now. Sexy, classy, badassy. You are the face of that. Kim, I'm going to put up your information so people can find you. If people want to reach out to you, maybe have some questions, we're going to put your information up. It's KimBusinessSolutions.com. Is that correct?
Yes, that's my company.
KimBusinessSolutions.com. Outside of doing sexy, classy, badassy, is something else you want to let our audience know you got going on?
I also have, I'm part of New Skin Intelligence. I'm looking to expand my team across North America, Europe, Asia, Latin, and Japan. So if you're looking to earn, a side hustle, please feel free to reach out to me. There's nothing like extra money in your pockets. Feel free to reach out, and I can guide you through the process. I do want to, leave a message, to the young women out there, old women out there, people who are still trying to figure out who they are, why do they need to be part of sexy, classy, and badassy. My best advice to you is don't attach yourself to anything, place, or person. Attach yourself to your vision, your mission, your calling, your purpose. Figure out what you need to tap into to empower you
to stay sexy, classy, and badassy. This is your opportunity to have a voice. This is your opportunity to represent you.
You know what? I normally give a closing remark, but I don't even have to. She just did it for us. That's what. I nothing else to say. Kim, this has been real. This has been so much fun. We'll be back.
Yes.
We'll be back next week. And Kim, I think I need to get you back on in October, and we'll do another piece for Sexy, Classy, Badassy. We'll,
Yes.
we'll coordinate and figure out. So you'll be back with me in
Let-
October as we are getting close to the deadline for people to get. We'll get them signed up and registered. Okay. So listen,
yes.
we'll be on 87.9 Heat FM Charlotte tonight. Thank you. Join in. Go to 87.9 Heat FM Charlotte. All of you that are watching us by Facebook Live, thank you so much. We certainly appreciate you. There will be those of you that will be able to watch us on the Win Network. We appreciate you as well. And as we just said, you can catch me every morning, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 12 noon on the morning show with Langston Carter, Worldwide Jazz Radio, where you get all jazz all the time. I've got to go. We'll be back next week. You guys have a great rest of the day.
Thank you so much for joining. Go register, people.